Hi, my name is Dave Kennedy. I'm going to be teaching the Secure Web Apps training at Corporate College, April 7th and 8th at the Cuyahoga Community College corporate offices. And the title of the training is Secure Web Apps and Learn How Hackers Are Doing It. A little bit about myself. Dave Kennedy, I'm a partner and practice lead at Secure State. Prior to Secure State, I worked for the National Security Agency and the Marine Corps Intelligence. I actually became one of the main instructors for wireless and forensics. Spent 2 tours in Iraq, one in Afghanistan, and came to Secure State in 2005. And since then, I've had a lot of great experiences. I've gotten to speak at some of the largest hacker conferences in the country, including DEF CON in 2008 and ShmooCon just recently here in 2009. I handle a group of extremely talented individuals who all we focus on is penetration testing, web application security, wireless hacking, physical penetration tests, and exploit development. A little bit on web application security and why it's extremely important and why this class is definitely beneficial to you and your organization. The statistics out in 2008 was web applications are really the #1 focus for attackers out there. They're really hitting the web application layer very heavily. A lot of the data breaches, specifically one of the largest ones last month, with over 135 million credit cards, was due to a lot of that's due to web application vulnerabilities. And the attackers really are exploiting weaknesses within web applications and using that to steal sensitive data like social security numbers, credit cards, private healthcare information, all the way down to being able to get into energy companies from a terrorist perspective. Really is one of the #1 areas of focus. And specifically with the down economy right now, developers really can no longer play the I don't know card when it comes to web application security. We've really seen an elevation of attacks occurring on the web application layer, specifically because of the down economy. A lot of the security professionals are getting laid off, and the hackers are out there really trying to target these systems and try to steal information that they can use or sell. And obviously there was the largest data breach in history that occurred last month. Again, it's only going to get worse with this down economy. And the main question that you need to ask yourself is, are you sure that your web applications are secure? Right now, it's estimated that 80% of all breaches are occurring at the web application layer. Making sure that those systems are secure and that your company is protected as well as your code is definitely beneficial to you. Right now, I'm going to play a quick demo of a tool that we'll definitely be going over within the presentation. This is actually a live simulation of hacking a website. And this tool is actually one that I presented at ShmooCon that really helps penetration testers as well as web application security specialists in protecting their systems and really exploits the system and tries to attack it. And this is just an example of some of the attacks that you can actually do at the web application layer that really goes through and exploits the system and gives you full access to it. And what you're seeing here is I'm actually launching an attack against the website. It's all automated. And what you'll end up seeing here is what we call a command shell that basically gives us full access to that web application and its back-end databases. And these are definitely a lot of the techniques and attacks that we're actually going to be covering within it that we'll get into a little bit later. As we can see here, it's actually attacking the system, and here we go. We have a full command prompt right to that website. So we actually end up compromising the entire thing. So what you'll learn in this class is really how hackers are breaking into your systems. This includes live demos, hacker techniques, and really how it occurs. I mean, we'll be actually exploiting systems, actually breaking into them, and really showing you exactly how the hackers are doing it. We find that using that type of technique in order to visualize exactly what happens when an attacker breaks in really helps the developers understand what exactly is going on. And obviously, a part of the class is when you're attacking the systems, how do you stop these attacks? These attacks are out there. There's a whole bunch of them. What exactly can we do from a secure coding practices perspective, and from hardening techniques? Really what we can do to prevent these attacks. And throughout the entire presentation and through the entire 2-day event, we'll teach you about the OWASP framework, which is the Open Web Application Security Project. We use that for when we're performing all of our assessments and when we're actually trying to do the secure coding. The OWASP is a great area to start, diving down to and really understanding how you can protect your system from attacks. And the tools and techniques and knowledge, that you learn in this class, we really want to let you know, the latest different types of attack vectors so that you can perform your own assessments on your own applications when you start to near your QA cycle. So really what we're trying to help you develop is really a testing framework for your organization to prevent these attacks as well as test them yourselves, make sure that your own code isn't vulnerable to these type of scenarios. Some examples is going to be advanced penetration attacks using error and blind-based SQL injection. SQL injection is probably the number one most notorious attack out there. It's actually been around for around 10 years. However, it's the number one most exploited web application vulnerability that does not go away. We'll also talk about remote command execution on the system. This is when we actually started compromising specific systems and actually attacking them, gaining access to them, and what that can lead to. We'll also talk about buffer overflows, which is definitely a huge topic in the security community, and how you can protect against those. Proper sanitization of client data is really the number one root cause of a lot of these vulnerabilities out there. Making sure that you can't sanitize, making sure that you sanitize all of your server-side client input, and making sure that you're protected is the number one key factor here. And different types of hardening techniques that you can apply not only to your coding, but to the actual servers and web applications themselves. We'll also talk about the latest web application firewalls, the pros and cons of those, really what to expect when you go and invest in those. We can actually get into specific ones that we've tested that are very good out there and definitely provide a good value. And the big hype and buzz right now is all over the web application vulnerability scanners. We'll talk about the pros and cons of those, and exactly the benefits that it could be to your organization, and why you should or should not incorporate these into your systems development lifecycle.